Hello and welcome back to the Honor Respect and to another edition of Raw out of 10, and it's the last show in WWE's European Tour, coming to us once again from the O2 Arena in London. And yeah, big show today. We've got Logan Paul calling out AJ Styles, Jimmy Uso taking on Gunther, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley with Bianca Belair as special guest referee. But we started things off with John Cena coming out to a chorus of boos and chanting about how much he sucks. But before he could say a single word, Rose music hit and joined him in the ring. The American Nightmare ran through some of the ways Cena can make fun of him, including his time as Stardust. Rose wants to know why Cena turned his back on the fans after all these years. Cena fired back, saying he was going to bury Rose like he has done to everyone else. Cena and Rose both did a great job in this part of the segment. They might have felt repetitive because we've seen a couple of times already, but it pulled it off. They traded words for a long time, dug deep in an attempt to hurt each other. It got physical. Cena tried to attack, but Rose dropped him, gaining first advantage. So yeah, I'm going to give it a great start to Raw. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I think probably their best talking segment today, and yeah, very intrigued to see where we're going now. We've seen her off TV for a few weeks, but yeah, really enjoyed the segment between the two of them as we get closer to that big match. Kofi Kingston then wanted to prove to Adam Pearce that the New Day deserved a title shot, so the GM gave him an opportunity to earn it, but they had to set against local boys Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Great to see Tyler back. New Catch Republic controlled the pace against Woods with some quick double team moves. The show cut to break after both members of the New Day were taken out of ringside. After the break, Woods and Kingston showed more life, but the two former NXT UK stars had the upper hand more often. The New Day were able to make a comeback and hit Daybreak for the pin and the win. This was a fun match that ended with Eric and Ivor coming out to make clear they were ready for a match against Woods and Kingston. Yeah, in 2 minds about this, good to see New Day get the win, but I don't really see a point in New Catch Republic losing straight away. But you know, it does set up an intriguing New Day War Raiders match. I'll go at 6 out of 10. Jimmy Uso then took on Gunther in a big match after an exchange last week. The ring general looked angrier than usual as he made his way to the ring. The world champ had control for a bit, but Uso was able to take him down with a suicide dive at ringside to get the upper hand. Gunther kicked out of an Uso splash and levelled Jimmy with a brutal chest chop as he began to dismantle him. Gunther could have won shortly after a return from the break, but he lifted Uso off the mat to stop the pin. He did it again as he continued to punish the brother of his WrestleMania opponent. This is a good way to remind people of how dangerous the ring general can be. He looked as dominated as ever as he took Jimmy apart. He eventually won with a sleeper hold to end the beating. Jay ran down to make a save, but Gunther put Jimmy back in the sleeper, really showing the brutality of Gunther. Obviously the family ties really added to this as well. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Before we got Penta and Braun versus Finn and Dom. After being opponents last week, Penta and Braun were on the same side this week, taking on the Judgment Day. Dom was quickly taken down by Penta, which paved the way for Breaker to come in and run him over with a shoulder tackle. Breaker and Penta then combined their power and high-flying skills to make them a fun team against the more experienced duo Judgment Day. Penta was on the defence after the break, but he tagged into Fresh Breaker to start throwing both opponents around like ragdolls. Dom and Balor set the Breaker up for an accidental spear on Penta, which allowed Balor to take the coup de grace for the pin and the win. It was definitely the more interesting of the two possible outcomes, but the match would have been fun regardless of who won. So yeah, I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. Big win for the Judgment Day, and I thought, yeah, worked really well. I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. Before we got AJ Styles in the ring after breaking. WWE hyped this segment as Paul calling him up. We ended up getting the opposite because Styles was tired of waiting for him. The crowd booed so loudly you could hear Paul speak. He gave the exact same speech he always does about being more famous and richer than his opponent. They ended up getting into a fight and Styles had control until Paul used the ring ropes to hit a low blow. He hit his finisher to win the fight. It was a pretty paint by numbers segment. It did its job. Didn't really offer anything interesting. I think, yeah, probably some more build needed ahead of that match at Mania. The women's world title was then on the line in the main event as Io Sky defended the belt against Rhea Ripley. The crowd gave both of them warm welcomes, but the chance for Sky rang out as the match began. They locked up and fought for control until they were forced to make a break. Ripley got into a couple of arguments with Belair, and Sky took advantage of her being distracted every chance they got. The match easily started to show because both women left everything in the ring, even with a few hiccups. They didn't hurt momentum because they kept up in the intensity. Ripley accidentally kicked out the EST out of the ring, so nobody was there to count when she hit the Riptide. When Belair finally made it back, it got to 2. Sky then ended up taking Belair out of the belt by mistake, so Belair called for Bell for a double DQ. All three women began fighting each other. The Eradicator stood tall, and yeah, supposedly it would be between Belair and Sky at Mania, but we all know it'll be a triple threat match. An interesting way of getting there, but you know, it makes sense, and Ripley looks good, even though she's not currently in the match. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. On the whole, good stuff, and just 7 out of 10. Overall, Raw this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought, there was good stuff on this show, including the women's main event, Cody Cena segment. Nothing really too major on the show. Some bits that maybe didn't quite click, but like good to see Tyler Bate back and stuff like that. So yeah, some decent matches. I'll go with a 6 out of 10.
Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.